C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans have secured the 8th seed in the Western Conference. They'll now take on the Phoenix Suns in the first round. Here he is.
He's a special player. He gets to his spots. I'm just thankful. Obviously, I get to play alongside him, and I'm happy about that. But I'm glad the world gets to see, how good he truly is. I think oftentimes, if you don't make the playoffs, people kind of forget about you or underestimate your talent. And now he has a chance to play on the biggest stage, and he showed tonight, how great he is. He can get to his spots, get to the rim, he can make plays. Defensively, he's active, engaged, can initiate the offense, 6'9", 6'10", and now he gets to play on the biggest stage, and I'm happy for him.
Brandon seems like a guy guys who play the game really appreciate what he can do. Do you think that's fair to say? Do you think there's anything to that?
Yeah, I think it's just a skill set that he has, and it's a skill set that he's worked on and developed. From his time at Duke to now, he's a completely different player. Obviously, more polished, more physical, more methodical with his movement. Dribbling into his spots. The footwork, finishing around the basket, and his playmaking. I think his IQ has kind of elevated and evolved, and I think now you're kind of getting the best version of him every night. You're starting to really see the work ethic and everything that he's done up to this point, coming to fruition.
All right, let's go to Zoom.
Hey, CJ, we couldn't hear your first two answers, so I apologize if this was one of the ones that was asked. But as a vet, when the Clippers are kind of throwing that punch, obviously we kind of heard what Willie was saying in the huddle. What are you trying to say to those guys, or what are you trying to do in those moments to try to settle the team down and into the fourth quarter to kind of get things back on track?
Normally I'll be talking a lot, but I'm battling some stomach issues, so I didn't really talk a lot. I was just trying to catch my breath. But normally, I would just tell the guys to understand it's a long game. I think I talked about it before the first playing game. We're going to be up, we're going to be down, they're going to go on a run, we're going to go on a run. It's more about how we respond to it, and I think we definitely responded well. We didn't pout, we didn't, put our heads down. They got up by 14. They were executing, they were getting into us, they were getting to the free throw line, they were playing off of their fans, and we didn't allow that to affect us, and we kind of, steadied the ship and finished the game.
Yeah, CJ, just what did you think about the way the guys responded in that fourth quarter after, that punch that the Clippers delivered in the third, and just being able to march your way back and get back into it late in the game?
Yeah, it's a sign of growth and maturity, from a young group, which is surprising that you see that type of growth and maturity. Usually teams lay down and fold. I talked about it, after one of our shoot-arounds, how, a lot of times when a team is facing an elimination game and, they begin to let go of the rope, so to speak. They tug of war, they kind of let go and fold. And I thought that we did a great job of holding on to the rope and continuing to fight. And it's like a tug of war game, continuing to fight, making sure that we're competing and making sure that we're defending, not giving up second chance opportunities, and then executing a little bit better offensively. And I thought we did that down the stretch.
And it wasn't just a young team kind of in this moment. It was a young coach, right? This is Willie's first experience doing this. And he said kind of matching wits with Ty Lue in that second half. Felt like a heavyweight fight at some point. Just, what did you think about the way he kind of rose to the moment in that fourth quarter and matched the adjustments Ty Lue was throwing at you guys?
I thought he handled himself well. He showed great moxie. He challenged us. He challenged me specifically to be more aggressive, more methodical. And I can appreciate that and respect that. And I think that him having played for so long, he understood the importance of this moment. He understood what this moment meant, for our team, our young players, our franchise, and our fans. And we wanted to really take advantage of this. We got a long summer ahead, and we can rest in the summer. But right now, we got to fight and do what we can to kind of, continue to extend our season.
CJ, I hope these weren't asked when we couldn't hear part of it earlier, but I wanted to ask you about the two guys off the bench. I mean, in just the time that you've been here, you've seen Trey Murphy make a huge jump. What did you think of just the way that, for a guy in his rookie year to be able to come through the way he did in the fourth quarter?
I think that shows, work ethic and preparation. He's been in and out of lineup. He's been in the G League some. Sometimes he's in the game. Sometimes he's not. Played some in the first half. Then didn't play a lot in the second quarter. Then the coach throws him in. That's a sign of trust, but also him being ready. He catch and shoot. He got some offensive rebounds. Got to the free throw line. It gives us a different dynamic because of his ability to shoot. And I think the other team recognizes that. And tonight, he stepped up and made some great plays for us.
As far as Larry goes, I mean, he's only been playing with the team less than a month. I mean, what did you think of just for him to be able to do what he did tonight?
He was great. I think that, first time out, he told me I'm here. I said that. I said, well, if I'm not going to show up, you have to. And he did a great job of being aggressive. He was rebounding. He was athletic. I think he's just getting more comfortable too. Understanding that he's coming off an injury. Where he wasn't able to practice. He's learned a new offense, new city. We're both away from our families, so there's a lot of different variables that make this transition difficult. And I think he's kind of settling in, finding his rhythm, finding his basketball rhythm, and getting more comfortable playing in space. And tonight he was huge. Without him, we don't win this game tonight.